Hey, it's Todd, aka No Static here with a couple of new basses and a little further demo on the Mesa 800 Plus head, but mostly focusing on the cabinet, the Subway 112 running vertically. I've got an Octava condenser mic MCO12 that's about 5 feet away, so lets the cabinet breathe a little bit. It's not close mic'd on this. First bass here is an Ibanez SR1306. It's the currently shipping model. Every couple of years, I try and change up my playing, experiment, go different directions. Now I've tried 6 in the past. I'm trying 6 again because I've got some very specific projects that I'm working on. So this is a good entree into the field. 2 single coil Nordstrands. I'm usually not a single coil guy either. 16.5 millimeter spacing at the bridge, which is a little tight for some guys. The other Ibanez I'm going to show you in a little bit is a little bit wider than that, and then I'll pull out my venerable Yin Yang just to give you a sonic difference. So this is front pickup. EQ on the bass is flat, amp is flat, and here you go. It's a little bit clanky for my taste, so I roll off the treble on the bass and it actually cleans it up a little bit. I haven't done intonation setup on it yet. I really just push the rear pickup up a hair and tweak the truss rod. Now both pickups 50-50, kind of a jazz bass on steroids sound. See why most guys do the whackety whackety, because that kind of begs it, but I said I wasn't going to do it, so I'm not. And now bridge pickup. Hard to find fault with this bass. It's really just a question of whether or not you dig single coils and whether the 16.5 millimeter spacing. Other than that, it's freaking gorgeous. And now through the magic of editing, the next Ibanez on the plate, which is the single cut SRSC805 or 85 or something like that. So see you in a second. Hey, I'm back, and now I've got this single cut Ibanez. This is a 5-string, and I've strung it E to C because I'm really trying to work on some chord and some comping stuff. One of my favorite basses that I hadn't sold was a Fodera Matt Garrison Standard. It's one of those I wish I hadn't sold. The E to C thing is not for everybody, but for some projects I'm doing, it's perfect. So here you go. This is 18 millimeter spacing at the bridge, so same as my Smiths. A little bit narrower than 19, which some guys like, especially the guys that like to slap. So this is on the front pickup. These are the Bartolinis that a lot of people love to hate. Surprisingly, I actually really like the sound of these. That's the neck pickup. I just think it's got a great sort of growl. It's a little scooped in the mids, but you can kick that in with the parametric on here. And And then 50-50 between the two. Again, it sort of begs to be whackety-whacked. And then the bridge pickup. Again, it's a little bit bright, there's a little bit of an edge to it, but you can sort of roll a little treble off on the bass. I like to roll just a little bit of bass in on the preamp as well. An angry little sound. I kind of dig it. And again, this is so the Ibanez single cut, strung E to C. I kind of dig it, and the 18mm spacing is really comfy. The Purple Heart fingerboard is great, which makes me wonder about an Adam Nitty signature because it's 18mm Purple Heart in a 6-string. So, and now just for reference, through the magic of editing, we'll switch to my baby, which is the gold standard of all my basses. All right, my Yin Yang Deluxe. This was the second Fodera I ever bought. The first one was a Yin Yang Standard. I had sort of poo-pooed Foderas and stayed away because they were so freaking expensive. But that bass came out and I was curious about it. I've always been a PJ guy, played it, went back and bought it the next day, and I think I termed the phrase that it's a gateway drug. The Standard sort of led me to get this one, which was a NAMM bass for 2011 or 2012, I can't remember which. The problem is that this bass just is so perfect to me that it spoiled me for almost every other bass. I went through a bunch of other Foderas chasing 5-string capabilities and all of this, and this is, it's a chambered walnut body. It's the first chambered yin yang that they had ever done. Now chambered walnut is a really popular spec, but I did it a long time ago, and it just really works. I rarely use the 50-50 sound. I really just prefer either the P, or if I'm going to do maybe some comping or solo stuff, I'll go onto the bridge pickup. And I can roll in a little bit of bass into it if I want to, and a little bit of mids. It's switchable mids. All right, 3 basses, Mesa, no static. See ya.